All right, we're back with chapter 6, deal with your emotional junk. And the question in this chapter is, how good are you at not responding irrationally or emotionally in tense situations? The truth of it is, we all get very emotional at times. Whether it's we're getting excited, angry, afraid, whatever the emotion happens to be, it has a huge negative impact on us. And as leaders, when we're emotional, odds are we're about to do something that we're going to regret. The way I like to really look at it in simple terms is, when you get emotional, you get stupid. Your rational brain goes away, and it usually is an indication you should stop and consider a better path or consider taking some time to figure out a better path. The quote that we have in the beginning of the chapter, we are enslaved by anything we do not consciously see. We're freed by conscious perception. Our emotions can enslave us if we're not aware of them, and they really truly get the best of us. So this chapter is about understanding the situations where you need to be more careful about your emotions so that you can be a much better leader. And really the key point is to get rid of this emotional junk so it doesn't cause bad decisions or regrettable behavior. So you need to work on this if. You'll find this in every chapter at the end to help you understand if this is really a high value thing for you to focus on or not. So the examples are, if sometimes you back down from decisions you really truly want to make, or what others think of you factors too heavily into your decisions. Obviously, it always factors into decisions, but if it's more than 10%, you probably need to think about looking further at it. You're sometimes shocked or embarrassed by your own behavior, or your emotional reactions are sometimes disproportionate to the situation at hand. And here's how I like to look at that one. If you're in a situation that is a 5 out of 10 intensity, but you have an 8 out of 10 reaction, in pure math, those extra 3 points of reaction are pure emotion. What happens sometimes in human behavior, which is strange if you don't understand it, you'll have a situation that's a 2 out of 10 intensity. Like somebody looks at you funny or someone frowns at you, but then you'll have an 8 out of 10 reaction or a 12 out of 10 reaction. That's pure emotion, that's your junk. And if that's happening to you as a leader, that means you're getting in your own way. You are causing situations to be worse than they really need to be. So there's a great exercise in this chapter to help you understand this for yourself. We've all got junk, we've all got triggers that mess us up. So in this exercise, it helps you to reflect and take a look at where you get yourself into most trouble, or better said, your emotions get you into the most trouble. So on the exercise, I want you to fill this out. Look at bad decisions or regrettable behaviors that you've had. Write them down. Then think about, what is the emotional junk? What's going on inside that's causing you to do these crazy things? And then third, come up with a workaround or what you can do next time you're predictably in this situation. I'll give you an example. A situation where I often make bad decisions is shopping when I am rushed. And it has happened probably a dozen times. I wish I learned this earlier in my life. And here's how the scenario goes. I'm in a store looking at something. I am not 100% sure. Maybe it doesn't quite fit right, or I'm not sure if I want it or not, but I'm under time pressure. Inevitably, what I would do in the past is, under time pressure, I would make that decision and make a substandard choice. So now that I know that about myself, I've got a great workaround. When I'm in those situations where I'm not sure about something, and there's a bit of a time pressure, I always say to the person, okay, great, let me think about it, and I'll come back if I really want it. Or sometimes I'll ask them to hold it for me. As one of my clients said to me, it's very wise, he said, most decisions can wait till the morning. In the situations where they can indeed wait till the morning, you're likely to make a better decision then. So go back, figure out the situations you're likely to have an emotional reaction, and then what your workaround is. So the challenge, as we discussed, know those situations where you're most susceptible to your own emotions, have a workaround in place so that you can make better decisions. Going back to the tools, again, if you haven't downloaded them already, these are the tools in chapter 17 of the book. They're also available at lawrenceandco.com in the books section. This is the quarterly review and reset tool. And in the middle of the page for the quarterly plan, you'll see there's an opportunity to note the habit that you want to focus on for this coming quarter. For you, maybe dealing with emotional junk is one of yours. In summary, emotions are a very powerful part of our lives. They're what we use to persuade people to do the things that we want. they're the things that keep us out of trouble in dangerous situations. But when it comes back to leadership, we need to use them as a strategic tool and not have them bring out the worst in us.